we've got a very special guest in the house. Josh Richardson, NBA player who plays for the Miami Heat. Who would you be in the Arsenal team?
Ben White.
So you got that little nasty streak.
Yeah, I'm probably a better scorer than Ben White. Like, I like to shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah.
Theo Walcott. This guy is a burner. And I'm like, yo. I turned, I was like, bro, Theo Walcott is sitting right behind us. And they're like, who is that? And I'm like, nah, you don't get it.
Worst record in the NBA last season?
Maybe like Portland Trailblazers.
Portland, so that's Tottenham, right?
That was a setup.
Welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Only 2 more shows left to go in this transfer window. Of course, the transfer window closing tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Busy old day for Arsenal, and I'm telling you, of course, we got the Champions League draw going on today, so we'll get to find out who Arsenal are going to draw in that brand new Champions League format, which requires Arsenal to play more games in qualification. So that's number one. And yesterday, of course, we got the draw for the Carabao Cup. Arsenal entering into it in the 3rd round, a seeded team because of the extra now Champions League games you have to play. All the Champions League teams have been seeded, and Arsenal have drawn Bolton Wanderers at home, right? So, yeah, I mean, lots and lots of football coming up. You can look at the start of the season and you see, like, you know, almost like it's been a game a week, and you've seen full squads with, you look at the bench, you say, oh, he's so strong, you know, how would we be able to get anybody else in? But that's going off of the start of the season, where there's just like a one game. Now it's about to get very busy. Champions League games, Carabao Cup games, league games. You need a big and strong squad. So who's going to be coming in and who's going to be going out? We know that Aaron Ramsdale is set to leave Arsenal, doing his medical today at Southampton. He will become a Southampton player. I remember I was talking on yesterday's show about how his options were disappearing. But I did say that the possibility would be that he could go to Southampton because their move for the goalkeeper from Feyenoord fell through due to a failed medical. Now Aaron Ramsdale is signing for Southampton in a deal worth around about 18 million, rising to 25 million pounds. So more or less what Arsenal paid for him in the beginning. I think this is a deal where the club have sort of looked after the player in a way, because it was all sort of said that Arsenal were going to be looking for 30 million pounds for Aaron Ramsdale, but he obviously wants to play. He wants to play football. Remember, he's still England's number 2 goalkeeper. The only way to become the number 1 is to play regular football. And he sees that by going to Southampton, he will be able to play regular football. And I feel this is the club saying, all right, go and play regular football, and we won't go and put in a ridiculous price that will stop that move to Southampton. So Aaron Ramsdale on his way out is really, really sad in my view, because he never ever let Arsenal down. He done a great job for Arsenal in that season where we came 2nd in the league. You know, however, David Raya's come in and he's been absolutely brilliant, and he's just not been able to win his place back. Ramsdale going out. Coming the other way is going to be Joan Garcia of Espanyol. Now, really talented goalkeeper, was in the Spain team that won the gold medal at the Olympics, so he's a gold medalist. He played for Espanyol the other day, had a great game, was brilliant for them last season, in the season when they came up to the La Liga, the full La Liga. Still only 23, a young goalkeeper, but thought very, very highly of over there in Spain. The price is going to be roughly the same as what we're getting rid of Ramsdale for, so 20 to 25 million pounds. But it's all but done. Even the other day, the Espanyol president saying that, listen, we'd love to keep him, but we know that he's going to go to Arsenal. He's on his way to Arsenal to replace Aaron Ramsdale as the number 2 So it's going to be an all Spanish lineup, Rea and Joan Garcia. But again, a goalkeeper, very good with the ball at his feet. As you know, we know Mikel Arteta loves, and good with his distribution, and a good shot stopper. So he's going to be coming the other way, and will be another second goalkeeper signing of the summer for Arsenal, because David Raya signed officially for Arsenal this summer. Now, it's all very well and good bringing in goalkeepers, and goalkeepers are absolutely essential, by the way, as Raya, showed us on the weekend. You can't win titles without a good goalkeeper. But we get excited with forward players. Who's coming in that forward area? Kingsley Coman still being linked with Arsenal today. Now, there's been lots of links linking him with a move to go to Saudi Arabia. Al Hilal over there, they desperately want him, are putting a major offer to Bayern Munich to sign him. Bayern Munich have accepted that offer. However, the player himself has put that all on hold, because he would rather a move in Europe, would prefer to come to the Premier League. Hasn't played in the Premier League before, would love that challenge. The only sticking point is the fee. Bayern Munich looking for around about £40 million for him. Arsenal not willing to pay that high for Kingsley Coman. At least they don't really want to go that high. 28 years old. The problem with him has always been injuries. Great player, talented player, quick. He's won everything in the game. He's won leagues, Champions Leagues. So vastly experienced and a winner. But the injury record. Would Arsenal outlay that amount of money on a player who's so injury prone? I mean, the first talks were about a loan move, and maybe that would be something that would suit Arsenal. But 40 million's a high fee. And of course, he's on big wages as well at Bayern Munich. He's one of their biggest earners, hence one of the reasons why they're so willing to move him on. So let's keep an eye on that one. But Kingsley Coman still being linked. Will Arsenal make a move before the end of the transfer window? I'm still surprised when I see the Chiesa deal with him going to Liverpool for around about £15 million. I'm still a bit surprised that Arsenal didn't make a move in for Chiesa, but that just makes me think that they've got their eyes on another target. Who is that target? Could it be Lois Openda of RB Leipzig? Rumours around today that Arsenal are showing a big interest in him and have already discussed a possible move with RB Leipzig for the Belgian international. Still only 24, scored 24 goals last season and 7 assists. Was in that Belgian team that was at the Euros, even though he didn't really play much. But it's a player that's interested Arsenal before in the past. In the past, Arsenal have been interested in signing Openda. When he was at Lens, he ended up going to Leipzig, has done really, really well there. Could Arsenal make a move for him? Centre forward, can also play on that left-hand side. Would Arsenal make a move for Lois Openda before the end of the transfer window? Big sticking point is that he's got a release clause said to be around about £67 million. Although release clauses in this transfer window have been worth nothing, as we've seen with Osimhen. 110 million release clause now available for around 55 million. You know what I mean? And various other players, Neves, all these players who have these big release clauses, nobody's activating those big, ridiculous release clauses right now in this transfer window. But Leipzig would want a lot of money for him. They've already sold Dani Olmo this window. Would they sell Lois Openda? We'll get to find out. There's only a couple of days to go. And remember, that's the thing about moving in for players last minute. They got to replace those players. So let's see. Simon Adinga as well. We're going to possibly get to come up against him on Saturday. That's if he's not an Arsenal player. Arsenal's still interested in a late move for Simon Adinga, according to various outlets. A deal will be expensive for Adingra. Brighton said to want to round up to around about £40 million for him. Talented young player, lightning quick, got an eye for a goal. He's already got a goal and an assist so far this season for Brighton, despite hardly even playing any minutes. Could Arsenal make a move for him? Right winger, can also play on the left-hand side. Notice that goal that he assisted on Saturday against Manchester United. He was over on the left-hand side when he put that ball in. So going to be interesting to see if a late move is made for Simon Adingra. They've spent a lot of money this summer, Brighton. They may be looking to recoup on the selling of Adinga. Let's see how that one goes down. And then there's Reece Nelson. We're talking about Simon Adingra, but that's Reece Nelson's position. What's going to happen with him? We're being told that Fulham are the latest club that are interested in him, according to Team Talk, and they could make a move for him before the end of this transfer window. Arsenal looking for around about £20 million for Reece Nelson, but he could go. And Jakub Kiwior is another player who could be on his way out. Despite Arsenal noises coming out of Arsenal that they're willing to keep him, Villarreal, the latest club interested in Jakub Kiwior. You've got Bologna interested. There's been various other clubs. Where is he going to be come 11 o'clock tomorrow? Will he be an Arsenal player, or will he be on his way to a European destination? And possibly that could be Villarreal. They're the latest club to want him. It's going to be a busy last couple of days of the transfer window. Who's coming in? Who's going out? We're going to keep you on top of it here on AFTV. All you got to do, subscribe. Turn on your notifications. You won't miss a thing. Anything that happens, we'll have a breaking news video on it. Of course, I'm here with Transfer Daily. And tomorrow, we've got a deadline day special. We're going to be going live at 6 p.m. On Friday with a special Invincible podcast where we're going to be focusing on transfers. That's going to be live. Then after that, we've got a talking transfers all the way until the end of the transfer window. So make sure you check it out. You will not miss a thing. So thanks for watching the show today. Back tomorrow for the final Transfer Daily of this summer transfer window. Who's coming in and who's going out?